A few months ago, I made a video on my step-by-step how I teach virtual yoga classes. Well, I've made a few upgrades and a few changes, and I want to share that with you. So here's the new step-by-step on how I teach virtual yoga. So I have a platform set up where you can sign up and book your classes through Acuity Scheduling. I just changed or switched from MindBody, which didn't integrate with anything, to Acuity Scheduling, and I love it. So everything that I talk about is going to be linked in the description, so you can see that and click on it and maybe even get a discount if I can get a discount code or a free trial. So Acuity Scheduling has been amazing. People can pick their time zone. That way there's no confusion on the time, and then they automatically get a Zoom link generated and a Zoom class pops up into your Zoom platform. And I'll go through all the prices and stuff too soon. So we're gonna head in. I actually now film my classes in the studio because I wanted to make it more as close to a live experience as possible, and that means being in the studio, not in the front lobby, not at my home, not in my living room, but in the studio. So here's my setup. It's now like a virtual yoga production center. And so at the time that I teach my virtual class, I've got my computer set up with my webcam. So you need a device for filming, so you need video. There's three things you need really: video, audio, and lighting, right? Video, audio, and lighting. And of course, the software. For the hardware, it's video, audio, and lighting. So that's like the external forces. The non-tangible things is you need a booking software, you need a recording situation, you need a way for people to see you online, but that's sort of different. I would recommend Acuity Scheduling and Zoom. You don't even need a website if you use those two things. So the hardware stuff, I've got my iMac computer, and this is actually 2013. So it's an old computer with a Logitech webcam that I got from back in 2017. It's Logitech C920. And the one thing people say about that that's a little bit frustrating is it auto focuses, so sometimes it comes in blurry and sometimes it doesn't. So it adjusts, and it's somewhat tricky, but it's actually just fine. I've never had any issues with it, but some others have complained about that. For audio, I use my Rode Wireless Go. This is something I just clip right onto me, and this is the microphone piece, and it comes with a piece that looks almost the same right here called the receiver. And if you haven't seen my videos on that, please go check them out if you're interested in how to attach this to a computer, because it takes more than just what it came with. You actually have to get, this blue cable is a USB connection cable, so USB to audio jack right there. So you need to connect it in USB. You can't just plug this into the headphone jack. And then this red coil cable doesn't come with the Rode. It comes with one that's a black to black, and this has a gray piece, right? A gray piece. It's a gray to black. So it's slightly different. And I'll run through the cost of those, and again, linking everything down below. Some of this stuff is sold out. It's like, there's a supply and demand going on. So some of the prices are a little higher than what I might have purchased for, and some things are just extra popular because of people like me talking about this. So anyway, I also have these lights, right? Lights. So this is a softbox light kit, and I will turn one of them off so you can see a little better. That's what it looks like. It's kind of crinkled, but it's all good. I actually tripped over one of the cables, and I knocked one over, which made the light bulb smash. And so I now took my meditation cushions, or if you have sandbags, to weigh them down so that doesn't happen again. So that's a little trick for you, is to weigh down the stands so they don't easily fall over, okay? The light boxes are also just from Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. This kit is the last thing I got because, I was like, I'm gonna use what I have. I have a computer, I've got a webcam. I had a different microphone for a long time, but then that was the next thing I invested in is a wireless mic. And then finally, just a few weeks ago, I was like, I need some lights. If I wanna film in the studio, I need some lights. So what are the costs of all of this stuff? It's kind of a lot, but if you're doing this as a profession, if you're in it for the long run, I recommend, investing one piece at a time, kind of like I did, not getting everything before you start, because that's just a form of procrastination. If you think that you need everything to be perfect before you start, you're not going to get started. You're still going to feel nervous. And the fact is, I started long before I had any of this. If you check this out, I have hundreds of videos before I had lights, before I had a microphone, before I had a fancy camera or a webcam or a computer even. I made them on my phone. And so I just got started. And what that did was allowed me to practice being on camera without fear. So when I did get the new equipment, I was comfortable in front of it. I was comfortable with it. Okay, so prices. The light kit was $100. It's one of the cheaper options, but I knew I didn't need anything fancy. The lights were $100. I probably should have, for all three, I probably should have purchased them a long time ago, but $100. I also just purchased a set of 2 of them only for my living room for when I do a few classes at home, and that was $70. Make sure that you don't break the bulbs because a new replacement bulb is $20. So basically, you're paying mostly for the bulbs, and then what you get is just a little bit extra. So the bulbs are kind of expensive. But this is a Mount Dog softbox light kit or some brand, I'm not sure. My webcam is a Logitech C920 and it was about $75 or $70 back in 2017. Right now they've been sold out for a long time, so you can maybe purchase one for $150. I don't necessarily recommend that webcam though, just use what you have. That one, it's whatever. The main recommendation that you need as a yoga teacher is good audio. So make sure you have a microphone or something that picks up audio that sounds really great. I highly recommend the Rode Wireless Go one and the attachment cables that came with it. That's what I talked about for a computer. You still do need that SC7 red coil cord, the gray to black cord, if you're going to do this on your phone, but you don't need the USB if you're going to use your phone. So I hook all of that up. I go to Zoom, and Zoom is $15 a month. Acuity is $10 or $15 a month, something like that. It's not expensive. And then I have people pay me, I get money, and I teach a class. And I actually have a tutorial on how to teach Zoom yoga or how to use Zoom for yoga teaching. So I'm not going to go in depth on that aspect in this video. I just wanted to show you my setup, a little behind the scenes, and how I do that. Acuity scheduling, Zoom, video, audio, and lighting, and you're good. And if you don't have right now the ability to buy lights or buy a bunch of stuff, which, in time, it takes time, use natural lighting. I actually used to film in this front space until I decided, I want to make it more like you're actually coming to a class with me. So let's use the studio. It's just a big empty space. So I got some lights. But this natural lighting with the windows, it's great. This, not so much. This is great. So anyway, that's what I have to share for you. That's my sort of step-by-step, process by process, piece by piece of what I have for teaching virtual yoga. This is not the only way. There are so many other ways. There are so many other pieces, and a lot of teachers will tell you they're doing something different, and that's fine, that's great. If it works for you, it works for you. And if you took just one tip from this, or one piece of equipment that was helpful, that's awesome. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested in being part of my Virtual Vinyasa Academy, which is an academy for helping yoga teachers get more confident and showing up as a business, and all the online tech and marketing and business tools, and it keeps growing, it's amazing, you can head on over to check that out at virtualvinyasa.academy.com. And my website is ashesyoga.com, by the way, and this is Ashes Yoga Studio. But virtualvinyasa.academy.com is my course for growing entrepreneurial yoga teachers who want to learn the ins and outs of business, marketing, and technology. It's pretty awesome. So go ahead and check it out and make sure that you subscribe, like, and check out the equipment down below. See you later.